keep cheerful on an earful of music sweet, 'cause I've got happy feet.
All right, everybody. We'll get started in just a second. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. Alright, everybody. Look at that fancy technology we set up for tonight, huh? Alright. Very nice. Hope everyone's doing well out there. How crazy is it that it's still super sunny out? I don't think the sun sets till 9 o'clock now. It's so nuts. Alright. Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Evening Swing. We hope you're doing well out there. All right, let's turn that music off. Based on your votes, tonight is Balboa Footwork. But before we get to some Balboa Footwork, let's take care of a couple things. Oh my goodness, all kinds of crazy good stuff going on, but we'll see how it all goes. We're trying to be as socially, physically, emotionally, mentally responsible as we can, yet still trying to offer some things. So at the Jack in July and Post Falls, we're going to try some classes on Tuesdays for beginner / intermediate-ish levels with Jitterbug, 6-count Lindy, and Lindy Hop, intermediate Lindy, and some beginner Balboa. And then on Wednesdays, we are going to try starting a little performance training with a jazz class and then a partnered routine class, and then advanced like performance training. But again, I mean, we're gonna be ready to be fluid and switch paths and maybe continue just to go 100% Zoom or 100% virtual, respecting the fact that people maybe aren't ready to get back out there and do things, and that we're totally fine. So we're offering it out there. We talked about putting a poll out to say, like, are you guys interested in coming back and dancing? Are you not interested? And rather than a poll, the Jack is available. The Jack is open. We're going to try to offer it. So the poll is basically, if people sign up, we'll hold a class. And if people don't, we will flex. We will make some fluid decisions and then try to offer some things different and get creative on Facebook Live and Zoom and all that good stuff. So without further ado, here is our Thursday evening live from Facebook session. I hope you're doing well. And based on your votes in the Northwest Swing Dance Company group page, tonight is Balboa Footwork. So let's do a little warm up. That's going to help a little bit later. So I'm going to put a song on, and let's have everybody get up, get ready to move and groove. My apologies to Amanda. She sent in a beautiful warm-up. I'm not going to give it away, but I promise we'll use it later. But had all kinds of crazy stuff, and it was easier for us to go straight from Facebook Live versus a big production. So everybody, let's get up out of your office chairs, off of your couch. Get ready to move and groove. No stress on this warm-up. It's going to be pretty simple. Let's see. A little zonky music for us, in case you're missing zonky. Okay. All right, thank you, Zonky, for the tunes. Okay. So, oh my goodness, long intro. Sorry, wait. Hold on. Oh, that's what I wanted. Okay, now I got the right song. Okay. All right. So, everybody, get ready to move. We're just gonna step tap, back and forth. Really easy. Step tap. Now I want you to change that tap to an up. Step up, 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 up. Okay, back to a step tap, step tap. Keep going, I'm going to turn the music up a little bit. Keep going, step tapping.
I know I have waited.
Okay, keep going.
Know I have been blue. Afraid to reach out to someone exactly like you.
Okay, step tap.
Why do we spend money
One more time, step up.
when no one does those love scenes exactly like
Now let's lift that knee out to the side. Up, 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 up,
you seem to understand each moment
back to the step tap.
now I know I'm on. Tell me to be true. She met me for someone
Okay, now
exactly like
just 2 count step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now single step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Step, 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 step. Just step underneath you. Literally right under your hips. Knees are coming slightly forward, just stepping on the balls of the feet. A step, 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 step. I'm going to come forward so you can see my feet a little more. Ah. I'm going to tilt this down. Keep going, keep stepping, keep stepping, keep stepping, keep stepping, keep stepping. We got this. Step, 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 step. There it is. That's the angle I want. Okay, now, instead of stepping, I want you to shuffle. So I'm pulling my ankles back as I shuffle down into the floor. You can probably hear it. Right? So this is a shuffle. And now back to the step. Shuffle. And step. Shuffle. And step. Back to the step tap. Now take those taps in front. Take those taps behind. Ooh, that's kind of quick. It's okay. And basic tap. Now let's change that to a step up. Up, 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 up. Actually, let's take those ups across. Up, up, up. So take it across in front. You know where this is going. Take it across in back. Oh boy. That feels a little quick. Back to the basic step tap. And a single step. Single, single, single. Step, 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 step. Again, shuffle and step.
Why do we spend money on a show too? When no one does those love scenes exactly like you.
Single step.
You make me feel
step tap.
Each foolishness, Mom's giving and the dreams I'm dreaming. Now I know why Mama taught me to be true. She meant me for someone exactly
All right,
like you.
double time Susie Q. I was just kidding. Okay, we'll work on that later. Okay, now that was a nice, simple warm up. We're just stepping. We're just step tapping. We're step uplifting. We were shuffling instead of stepping. And so, in building tonight's lesson, what we're going to do is start with the quality of movement for a good Balboa. So for those of you that have not been dancing Balboa, or maybe it's been a little while, don't stress. We're going to get up. We're going to move and groove with this, whether you're a leader or a follower. And if try to push yourself, meaning if you pre-COVID were dancing as a leader and doing everything on your left foot, then I would start everything on your right foot. Think of things in the follower perspective and vice versa. I'll probably show both when we get into the footwork variations, but again, if you're home solo, try challenging yourself, right? Make sure you try both leader and follower footwork, or just focus on the opposite role that you're used to. If you're lucky enough to be home with somebody, with a partner, go ahead and get that nice close connection. We're not going to cover so much about connection of Balboa, but might show you that really quickly, and then you could practice together. And again, try to flip-flop the roles, right? So if someone's leading, the other person follow, all that good stuff. Okay, so the first thing to work on is the quality of movement. Now I'm going to tilt this down again so you can see this. So without the music playing, so you can really hear and see this. Now everybody, what I want you to work on is this idea of gathering. So we did the step up, right? So everybody just kind of stand there and do a step lift. So you're stepping and lifting, stepping and lifting. Another word we could say for this is holding, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, right? And now I'm exaggerating that lift, right? But now if I take that exaggeration that's going up, right, and I take that more laterally going this way, and I take a little bit more of a step to the side, step, hold, step, hold. Now this is what we're going to call a gather. So as I step, after I step, I'm going to gather. So right now we're going to do, let me turn around so you can kind of watch and do it with me. So let's all start to the left. This is like no big deal, leader or follower, doesn't matter. So start to the left, and you're going to take a slight step to the left, then gather, right, then gather. Left, gather, right, gather. So we're not focusing and worried so much about the step that we take. We're worried about the gather. Step, gather, step, gather, step, gather, step, gather. Boom. I'm going to keep moving and grooving here because I want you to see something. Now I'm going to take, you should be, if you're with me, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. And Lori, if you're out there, remember, my left pant leg is rolled up and my right pant leg is down in case you need another visual. All right, so again, we're going to go left, right, right. Sorry, I got off there. Left, right. Okay, now watch closely. I'm going to turn sideways. I want this same quality of movement, but all I'm going to think about is taking that left foot step forward. So I'm going to go left forward, right back. But notice I still have this boom, gather, boom, gather, boom, gather, boom, gather, step, 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 left foot forward, right foot back, boom, boom. Get ready. Now we're gonna take the left foot to the side, left foot side, boom, boom. Okay, boom. Now this time take the left foot back, right foot forward. Okay, so it doesn't matter what foot goes forward or back, we still have this sense of gathering. Boom, 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 boom. Left foot to the side, side, gather, gather. And you don't have to step big, right? It could be a small step and gather, or a big step and a gather, right? And congratulations, you all graduated the 1980s dance class. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this idea of gathering is going to be really important as we move and build some things today. And it's just a quality of movement you want to feel in your feet and your knees and your hips. You can tell if you're gathering before you move to that next step or just pausing or freezing. And to make that really clear, let's actually do that so we feel that difference. So I want to go back to, let me turn around. So again, you can do it with me. So again, starting to the left, we're just going to step, lift, which is like a freeze, right? So you're just stepping and lifting. So, I mean, you're holding, but you're not. Now go to a gather. Boom, boom. And so you're doing the same step. You're doing the same timing. So now we're gathering, and I go back to the step, lift, step, freeze, step, freeze. So you are holding, but you're not gathering. Now go back to the gather. You're holding, but you're gathering. You're holding, and you're gathering. Now just hold up, up. Now you're doing the right hold, but you feel that little freeze in your body. Boom. Okay, now turn so your left foot is facing the screen, and you're going to step forward with that left foot. Okay? Now, I think it's easier to go from the good one to the bad one if we have to label it good or bad. So we're going to step forward and gather. So forward with the left foot. Forward, gather, back, gather. Forward, left, and gather. Back, right, and gather. Now, it's going to, because I think it feels weird when you do it this way, but now just lift. Step, hold, step, hold, step, hold. And you can even see like there's a freeze. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Now gather, step, gather, step, gather. You can feel your weight. You can feel your hips kind of continue, and then they kind of rebound off of the friction of the floor using all the little muscles in your foot. Now go back to step, freeze, step, hold, and freeze, step, hold. You can even lift off, but you can see it has a very static look and feel to it. Okay, just for kicks, let's take the left foot back, and we're going to gather, back, gather, forward, gather, back, gather, forward, gather, back, gather. Now just lift, step, hold, step, hold. Again, it feels really weird to do this, right? So we don't typically move like that. Go back to gather, 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 and then again, just to feel the difference, step and hold, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold. So when we walk, we're actually doing this. So if I walk very slowly, I take a step, I gather, the hip continues, I take a step, gather, step, gather, step, gather, step, versus a step, hold, step, hold, step, hold. I mean, if I'm working on my robot, it's all good. But you actually do this gathering as you progress walking forward, or for those of you that like to walk backwards, you're gonna gather through those steps. You're gathering through all of that movement. Are there any questions out there? So I was just talking for, how long have we been live now? Almost 20 minutes. So give me a shout out if you're out there. It looks like we've got a few people watching. The other day I went live for the College of Swing Air Knowledge, and I had no idea it was set to just me, and I was talking for 5 minutes to myself. So for those of you that are really starting to lose it out there with quarantining, go live on Facebook, but do the settings and set it just to yourself. You can have a wonderful conversation. Okay, nobody's commenting out there. All right, I'm assuming everybody's good. I hope you all heard that. Okay, so that's the first quality of movement thing that we're working on. Okay, so we have that gathering. Now, the next thing is exactly what we did in the warm-up, which is shuffling. Okay, so the best way I want to show shuffling is go ahead, if you have a book at home, go ahead, like take a book or anything and put it down on the floor. Let me move this over here. Now, it doesn't have to be never touch a spider. Okay, so Doesn't have to be that, but any book will do. Put that down on the floor, because the reason I want you to check this quality of movement of shuffling is I'm going to put my toes right there along that book. And then I'm just going to kind of bring my feet down, but I'm going to come down right to the edge of that book. If I go through it, I'm going to kick that book. Okay? And so the quality of movement on a nice shuffle, you can look down on it, and I'm going to come right to the edges, and I'm pulling away. And again, you can hear that shuffle. So I'm just stepping, step. And the safe thing to do is just stand here and step. So I'm looking down at my book, and I'm stepping, but now I'm going to shuffle. It's a little more dangerous, and if I shuffle higher, you just have to know you have that capability to stay right there going to the edges of the book. If I go too far, oh, there goes the book, right? So take something out, put it on the floor, and I'm gonna put that song back on. We're just gonna practice making sure we are shuffling into the edge of that book. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so stand on the edge of the book, or look down on the floor, and now just step in place. And when you're ready, oh, lost the audio. Okay. Okay, just step. Step, 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 step. Okay, audio problems tonight. Hold on. Okay. And just step. Now, shuffle. And step. And shuffle. And on purpose, make one of them imprecise. Say kick your butt or go over your line. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I hope that worked well. Oh, there we go. All right. So now we are going to shuffle, but shuffle across the floor, but still think, sorry. Okay, but still think precision-ish. What I mean by that is now I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna move across the floor, but I'm controlling that, right? I'm controlling how much I'm moving forward. If I needed to stop and be precise on the spot, I'm good. And I'm gonna move across the floor. Okay, so I can see you out there. Ready? Everybody from one side of the room to the other. 5, 6, here we go. Shuffle across. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Now, try going backwards, but still shuffling. Oh, that's a tricky one. All right, but I'm just thinking, all my being is thinking of moving backwards, and I'm shuffling. But I'm still thinking about the precision. Even though I'm not on the spot, I still have that sense that my feet are right underneath me, right? I'm very balanced, centered, and stable, okay? No questions out there at all. Really? Da, 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 da. Okay. No questions? Shall we move on? Okay, so we've got the quality of movement of shuffling and gathering, and that's going to come back to haunt us a little bit later, that idea of shuffling. Okay, and the gather is going to be now important with the 2 basic footwork patterns of bal. Now again, whether you know Balboa or not, put your Balboa baby brain on. What we just did is we just focus on stepping. Step, 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 shuffle, 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 shuffle. But now what I want you to do is we're going to shuffle for an 8 count, and then on purpose, we're going to hold or dare I say, gather on 3 and 7. I'm going to say that again. We're going to shuffle for an 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to shuffle, but we're going to hold or gather 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it'll be shuffling. Let's try. Okay, here we go. So this first exercise, shuffle for an 8 count. And then, here I'll turn around. And then we're going to shuffle but gather 3 and 7. Very slow. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so hopefully you saw that as I'm doing this in place, no big deal. But then as I was thinking of the pattern that we were going to do, I had a 1, 2, and went slightly to my right, just slightly, not a huge step out. But I did it 2, so I could have that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see that 6, I kind of moved out slightly. And again, we did that earlier where we were doing that step and gather, and I said there's a slight movement to the right or left. Not a huge step, but just to accommodate that idea that I'm going to gather versus just stepping. If I'm just stepping, I'm staying right underneath me, right? But if I'm going to gather, then you have a very natural side movement. Now, if we put that in with the shuffle so you can see that from the front, I can see what I'm doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see I have that slight movement on 2 and 6. Very good. Okay. Yay, thank you for chiming in, Robin. I'm glad people are out there watching and listening and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Shuffle for 8, then gather 3 and 7. Shuffle for 8, gather 3 and 7. And this time, let's just start on our right foot. I did left foot last time. Start on your right foot, because again, it doesn't matter. We just want to make sure we're ambidextrous or trying different things out. Right now, we're just talking about quality of movement, of moving and patterns. So if I start with my right foot, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one more time. All the way through. And step, step, gather, and step, step, gather, and. Okay, so that gather, or that hold, if you will, is on 3 and 7. Now, let's change our thinking to holding on 4 and 8. Make sure I have my hands the right way. Right? So we're gonna hold on 4 and 8. Same exercise. Shuffle for an 8 count, then gather 4 and 8. Okay? Here we go. I'm gonna stay with my right foot. You can do left foot, it doesn't matter. Just listen to the count. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm shuffling. I'm thinking about that 4 and 8. And again, same thing. So if I do that from the front, and again, I started with my right foot, so I'll just keep doing that. I have the full 8 count. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to move on the 3 and the 7. Again, I'm not worried. How do I word this? In my head, I'm thinking about where I'm going to hold or where I'm going to gather. And maybe it's just because I've been doing this a long time, I naturally just kind of move to the side right before that gather happens. So I can see, like, maybe at home we're like, oh man, this is starting to get confusing. Again, it's just, the reason I'm sharing this gather 3 and 7, gather 4 and 8, because those are the prime those are the two those are the two primary rhythms that we use in Balboa, right? So if we were doing a Lindy tonight, we do step, step, triple, step, 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 triple, as far as the foundation footwork goes. For Balboa, foundation footwork is usually step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step, and that's 3 and 7, or step, 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 hold, step, 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 hold, and that's 4 and 8. I hope that wasn't too confusing. We're going to go over that a little bit more in just a second. Okay, so, all right, now, if there's no other questions out there, no other questions. Now, what I want to talk is about the precision in the footwork. I'm actually going to go, I said I was going to cover everything we did last time, which was a class from April 2nd, but I want to get right to something new. I know I didn't do this before. We just did the steps in place. So I want to show you something here. And this is kind of a little thing I usually do if you've been in my classes for Balboa, is what we call precision with the feet. And so what this is where I want to actually move with the basic step. All right, so take a look at that one time. And now I'm going to put it down on the ground. You'll be able to still see it probably, and I'll do some footwork right next to it. Now what this means is, so here I am, I'm going to be right next to it. So this is from the leader's perspective. On count 1, I'm going to move my left foot back. And now on count 2, I slightly move to the side. And now what happens on 3? Yes, that hold or that gather. And then 4, I slightly move forward on 4. On 5, I take a natural step forward with my right foot. On 6, slightly to the side. What happens on 7? There's that gather. And then 8 comes back down the other way. So again, from the leader's perspective, let me scoot this back a little bit. From a leader's perspective, I'm going to go back, side, gather, step, forward, side, gather, step. And again, that looks like this on the floor. And you can see where I'm moving back, side, gather, step, and then forward, side, gather, step. Now for a follower, if you're following, you're going to be doing the absolute opposite of this. So now I want everybody to be a leader right now. So you don't have to have cards. You can just kind of look down and visualize. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my left foot. Okay. So on count 1, that left foot goes back, back. Now, more importantly, what were we working on earlier? The shuffle. So as that foot goes back, do you hear that? Shh. Versus, there's a step, I'm going to shuffle into that. Shuffle, shuffle slightly to the side and stay in line. Now gather on 3, and then shuffle into that 4. Now 5, right foot goes forward, shuffle into that, shuffle to the side on 6, gather on 7, and then shuffle down 8, and then repeat that pattern. So watch from the front one time. From the front, I look like back, side, gather, forward, side, gather, back, side, gather, forward, side, gather. From the back, I go back, side, gather, forward, side, gather, back, side, gather, forward, side, gather. And then one more time from the side, because I want you to see this. When I do back, side, I'm really in line. That's the precision I'm talking about. I gather, and then my left foot slightly moves forward. And then I do the 5, 6, I'm in line. I gather, and my foot comes back. So you can see my heel there. So that's that 8. Where I step down slightly, and I start to change direction. This is what I mean by precision with the feet. Okay, so I'm going to come down on the feet even more. I want everybody to do leader footwork. Everybody's going to do leader footwork. Let me make sure we got all this here. I'm going to put this down next to me. Okay, everybody does leader footwork. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Back, side, gather, step. Forward, side, gather, step. Shuffle, shuffle, gather. Shuffle, 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 gather, shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corner, corner, gather, shift. Corner, corner, gather, shift. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step, 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 hold, step, 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 hold, step. Shuffle, shuffle, gather, shift. Shuffle, shuffle, gather, shift. Corner, corner, gather, move. Corner, corner, gather, move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I said a whole bunch of different things there. And the reason I said a bunch of different things, like, so rhythmically, we were just holding 3 and 7, but a lot of Balboa teachers will say step, step, hold, step. I've done it for years. But remember earlier when we were talking about the quality of movement, there's a difference between stepping and shuffling, and there's a difference between holding and gathering, right? It's difficult sometimes to say shuffle, gather, shuffle. So it's like step, step, hold, step is really easy. So that would be like the fundamental core rhythm that we're doing now. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step. But quality of movement wise, shuffle, shuffle, gather, step, shuffle, shuffle, gather. I should say shuffle, shuffle, gather, shuffle, 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 gather, shuffle. And then precision wise, corner, corner, gather, shift. So you're shifting weight. Corner, corner, gather, shift. You can see the shift is here. Yeah? Does that make sense? Now, I'm just going to give this away here. Years ago, when we were like working on footwork and stuff, I actually used to teach this with my cards like this, like the 6 of a dice, right? The pips, all in line, 1, 4, 2, 5, 6, 8. And I was doing that in class over and over. I didn't do it for that long because as I was moving like this, it felt too staticky. It felt like I was too much on one line or the other, right? And so then I just shifted, and again, this is just quality of movement stuff. I shifted it to this, where on 4 and 8, you can see that it's slightly moving, and that gets you that nice flow. Now, I've just found over the years that if you really focus on being precise on the 1, 2, and the 5, 6, that just really helps the flow of your Balboa. Okay, now with the same idea, let's all do followers footwork, okay? So for a follower, if you're doing this, it's basically on the ground, and you're looking at it upside down and backwards because followers are that awesome, okay? So it's still the same basic structure. The numbers just, have to flip around. So as a follower, I'm going to shuffle forward 1, side 2, gather 3, shift 4, back on the left foot 5, then 6, gather 7 and 8. So a follower has the right foot starting forward versus the left foot back. But I'm still thinking about that precision, which you can see on the floor here. Okay, now if I turn sideways, okay, now again, my right foot goes forward. Leader leads me forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward 1, side 2, gather 3, step 4, back 5, step 6, gather 7, step 8. Okay, let's do, everybody does follower footwork. Everybody does follower footwork, okay? Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, forward, right. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step. Shuffle, shuffle, gather, shift. Shuffle, shuffle, gather, shift. Corner, corner, gather, step. Corner, corner, gather, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corner, corner, gather, shift. Corner, corner, gather, shift. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so hopefully you were able to do all of that, starting with the opposite foot, going opposite direction with your basic movement as far as that Balboa step goes. Now, remember, we were shuffling in place, and I said gather on 3 and 7. And then I said shuffle in place and gather on 4 and 8. That, my darlings, is this footwork. So now if we get to the precision of this, now if I step on 3 or 7, now on 4 and 8, that's where we're going to transfer our weight with those gathers on 4 or 8. So again, this is the second fundamental Balboa footwork, holding 4 and 8. But if I think about this box shape with the steps, my 1 and 2 and my 5 and 6 are still exactly the same. But now quality of movement wise, the precision is taking that step down, that step that I'm going to take on 3 or 7, and taking it right in the middle of the box. Okay, everybody up. Everybody's going to do leader footwork. Okay, so if I'm leading, if I'm here, leader, step back on the left foot, 1, side, 2, 3, step down right in the middle of the box. Picture a box underneath you. Take that step, or dare I say, shuffle that step into the middle. Now here's where the 4 comes in. I gather my right hip through, 4, 5. There's that corner spot. 6, I step, shuffle right into the middle box on 7, and on 8, I gather through, and then we repeat that process. Let me turn around and do that together. So again, everybody's doing leader footwork. Back on 1, boom. Slightly side shuffle 2, boom. Right in the middle, shuffle step 3, shoot. Now on 4, gather through that 4, shuffle into that 5, side 6, shuffle down in the middle again on 7, and then gather 8, and it repeats. So it looks like step, 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 gather, step, 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 gather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corner, corner, middle, corner, corner, middle. And again, don't forget to gather on the 4 and the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Corner, corner, middle, corner, corner, middle. Good. Now this footwork, especially what we did earlier, as far as freezing, I see this happen with a lot of beginners. So a lot of beginners will go corner, corner, middle, and then freeze, and then all of a sudden that right foot just snaps to the 5. So you go 5, 6, freeze. 1, 2, freeze. 5, 6, freeze. And you can see I'm taking out that gather, and the 1 and the 5 especially looks really snappy. So we're still gathering. 1, 2, 3, gather. 5, 6, 7, gather. 1, 2, 3, gather. 5, 6, 7, gather. And that's what gives it the flow. All right, ambifootress. Here we go. Followers footwork. Okay, so I'm facing you, but I'm going to start with my right foot forward. So right foot goes forward 1. Left foot side 2. Right foot in the middle of the box on 3. 4, we gather. 5, 6, 7 in the middle, and then 8 and repeat. Okay, let me turn around. We'll do that together. So if I'm following, I feel led forward onto my right foot. 1, slightly side 2, stepping right in the middle on 3, gathering 4. Right to 5, then 6, 7 right in the middle, gather 8. Put it together. Corner, corner, middle, gather. Corner, corner, middle, gather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, 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 gather. Shuffle, 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 gather. Shuffle, 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 gather. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Okay, so once again, that is the precision with the feet for stepping down 3 and 7. So if you're leading, you go back with your left foot on 1. And if you're following, you would go forward, forward 1, 2. Like, you just have to look at it upside down, reversed, all that good stuff. Okay, so we've covered the quality of movement of shuffling and gathering, the 2 footwork patterns, holding 3 and 7, holding 4 and 8, and the precision with the feet. Go ahead and get yourself some cards, make a little box, put it through there. If you need me to send you a pic, let me know, and I can send that to you. So now we've got the precision. Now, let's work on some variations. So last time, back in April 2nd, we did what was called a Long Beach break and something called Nagles. Now, all we're doing is we're kind of shifting the normal pattern of Balboa. Normal being a relative term, right? So we're going to live in step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step. So let's pretend that's all we know. Holding on 3 and 7, okay? So the long beach break is instead of doing a hold step, you're going to do a step kick. And in particular, it's going to happen off of the left foot hold, right? So for the, off of the right foot hold. So for the leaders, normally you would go 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 7 is gathering, 8 is stepping. And for the followers, normally that would be on 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if I'm leading, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is my right foot hold. Stay with me. We're replacing the right foot hold instead of hold step. We're purposely doing a step and a kick. 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 And you can shuffle that kick out. So I can just go. Or I can literally kick it out. Okay, but again, I'm replacing the right foot hold. So if I am following, that would happen for me on the 3-4. I'm following, and I would go 1, 2, there's the right foot hold. So I'm going to go 1, 2, step, kick, 5, 6, gather, step. So again, everybody play follower right now. You're going to go step, 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 kick, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm trying to put a lot of elements together here. I'm shuffling, I'm putting the precision in the floor, and I'm making this footwork modification. So once again, I'm going to go corner, corner, step, kick, corner, corner, gather, step. Now remember, we're assuming everything is just holding 3 and 7. Don't stress. Okay? Now, on purpose, let's do a basic holding 3 and 7, and then a long beach break, stepping 3, kicking 7. Okay, and we're going to go back and forth. Basic, long beach for a follower. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, gather, step. Shuffle, shuffle, gather now. Shuffle, shuffle, step. Kick, shuffle, shuffle, gather. Basic, step, step, hold, step, step, step. Long beach break. Step, step, step. Kick, step, step, hold, step. Basic. Now the long beach break, kick, step, step, hold, step. Okay, good. Yes, we're okay? Now, don't overthink it. Be a leader. Be a leader. So you're going to go back on your left foot. You're going to go back on your left foot. So for the leaders, you start out, you go back on your left, and you have step, step, left foot hold. Remember, we're replacing the right foot hold. And for leaders, that would be on 5, 6, step, 7, kick, 8. And now we're back on the 1. So do that again with me. If you're a leader, it's happening on 7, 8. So we're going to go shuffle, shuffle, gather, step, shuffle, shuffle, step, kick, back to the basic. One more time. Just do the long beach break timing. Leader footwork, back on the left foot. 5, 6, here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, gather, step. Shuffle, shuffle, step, kick, step, step, hold, step. Okay, just like followers, but remember, we're going to go back on the left foot. We're going to do a basic step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step. Then step, step, hold, step, 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 kick. Replacing the right foot hold with a step and a kick. And this is what we used to call the long beach break back in the day. Okay, here we go. Back on the left. 5, 6, here we go. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step. Now we do the long beach. Step, 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 kick. Basic, hold, step, basic, hold, step. This time we're going to do the long beach break. Kick. Last time, basic, step, step, hold, step. This time we're going to do the Long Beach break. Kick, step, step, boom. Very good. Okay, so Long Beach break, think of it as replacing your right foot hold step with a step kick, and that's the styling that we have. Okay, and then back on April 2nd, we did something called the Nagles or the Nagles. There was a gentleman by the name of Hank Nagley, and he would do this little double pump with his left foot. And so he did it. We didn't really. I'm trying to remember if there's footage of the follower reciprocating with that rhythm, but it doesn't matter. Any styling a leader can do, whether it's Lindy, Bal, Shag, it doesn't matter. The follower can do, and vice versa. So always pay attention in class. If one teacher is covering a styling move, don't think like if it's me talking in class and I'm leading the class, oh, this is just for leaders and all the followers zone out. Listen really closely. You can do probably the same thing. You just do it on the other foot, maybe the different direction or whatnot, but anything follower styling, leader styling, vice versa. My point is, Hank Nagley, this was his footwork, but I'm going to show it to you in both leader and follower mode. Now, it's very similar to the Long Beach break. We're replacing the right foot hold, but we're going to replace it with a little bit of a syncopated and double kick or double pump. So instead of, for the followers, 1, 2, 3, 4, or for the leaders, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to think step, step, and kick, kick, and then continue. Listen to that again. Step, step, and kick, kick. And that's the Nagley. Okay, so back to followers. Here we go. So followers, remember, you would have shuffle, shuffle, gather with the right foot step for the basic. Now we're going to replace this with 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you see this double. Let me do this from the side so you can see this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Nagley, double kick, double pump. And then you go 5, 6, 7, 8. Now remember the Long Beach break for a follower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nagley, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. Very slow. Right foot forward 1, side 2, and right foot shifting, shuffling. Now double pump 3, 4 with your left foot, and now back 5, 6, gather 7 and 8. Okay, let's do that a little bit faster. 5, 6, Nagley is step, step, and pump, pump, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, basic Nagley for the followers. 5, 6, here we go. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step, 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 and pump, pump, 5, 6, basic followers. Step, step, hold, step, 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 hold, step, 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 and pump, pump, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, leaders, back on the left foot. Here we go, everybody back left. So remember, leaders, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, that's your left foot hold. Now we have 5, 6, and 7, 8, then back on the 1. Again, leaders, back 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, back 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's exactly the same steps. The count is just different, and your starting direction is different. Followers forward with the right, leaders back with the left on count 1. Everything else is the same. Okay, leader footwork, basic Nagley. 5, 6, here we go. Basic leader. There is the 7, 8. Now this time, leaders and 7, 8. Basic 3, basic 7. This time, leaders, do up and 7, 8. Last time, basic 5, 6, 7, 8. And this time, leaders, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And back to the basics. Okay, so the and pump pump is the Nagley. Now again, that's a very quick review of the class we did back on, I think it was April 2nd. Oh my goodness. Whew. I didn't realize we had that much time. Okay, so now I wanted to make sure, again, I said we're going to reinforce this, that shuffle. Maxie's triple step. So tonight, new footwork is Maxie's triple step. What's interesting about Maxie's triple step is he always did a left foot. No, I shouldn't say always, but his go-to was always a left foot triple. I'm going to say that again. He had a left foot triple. And so I'm going to scoot down here. So check this out. We're running out of time a little bit. So now, when I'm here, so as a leader, oh, actually, let me turn sideways so you want to see this. I'm going to say this again, left foot triple. So Maxie would go 1, 2, and now my left foot is ready. So I'm going to triple, but I'm going to do that shuffling on the book. 3 and 4. Now I'm going to step 5. Now watch, left foot, 6 and 7, 8. I know, right? Check it out. Watch again. So for a leader, I'm going to go back 1, 2. Now my left foot is ready. Here's going to be a triple step. 3 and 4. I should say a triple shuffle. Now I step 5. My left foot is ready, so I'm going to triple again. 6 and 7, 8. Okay, so this is a Maxie's double left-footed triple step. Watch it from the front. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And you can see I'm triple step. Now, because of we're actually kind of moving with the Balboa, remember the book analogy? Not analogy, the book exercise, where I'm right here. When I do Maxie's 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm moving slightly forward on 4. All right, so if I bring the book back, because remember, if I'm going to do the basic, right, and I go a 1, 2, 3, if I go 4, then I'm right here, but I'm going to go 4. I'm going to move slightly forward on 4. So when I shuffle that Maxie footwork, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you can see I kind of hit that book a little. Let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There it is. I got a little hit. I'm simulating this one, right? When I bring my foot a little bit forward on that 4. So 4 is here, not here. Again, I'm just trying to combine all the elements we've been talking about. Okay, so if you're leading, I'm going to turn to the side because I think it's easier to see. Actually, I'll angle for you, or angle backwards for you. Okay, let's do this together slow. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, shuffle, triple shuffle, shuffle, triple shuffle, step. For me, that's really difficult to say, so when I do this, I like to do numbers. So the triple is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 3 and 4, 6 and 7. Here we go, nice and slow. Maxie triples. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Yeah? It's all good? Ooh, that you got to practice, 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 practice. Now, followers, again, the movement is the same, but the count is going to be different. Why? Because remember, you're starting on your right foot on count 1. So when you step 1, your first triple will be 2 and 3, 4. And then you would have 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, we're replacing the holds of 3, the whole pattern of 3, 4, and 7, 8 with triples. But because Maxie did his triples always on the left foot, it has this really cool syncopation. Oh my goodness. Here we go. From the back, right foot. Followers, go. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. Now replace the hold step with a triple step, 7 and 8. Now the right foot is free to move forward for the followers. 1. Now normally we would go step, hold step. We're going to replace a triple. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, here we go. Followers footwork. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Step, triple step, 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 triple step, step, triple step, 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 triple step. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Wow. Good stuff. Yes? Those are very, very difficult, right? There's a lot of quality of movement in there with the shuffling, with staying precise, syncopated rhythms. They could really like give your brain a whoo, especially me challenging you to do both leader and follower footwork. But it looks really cool if you're both dancing it together and making that work. Okay. Man, we are at an hour already. I think I'm going to save. That's good stuff right there. That's a solid class. We will put a vote out there and we'll see what we want to do coming in July. And because I got more tricks up my sleeve, but I want to be mindful of everybody's time. If you want to still get outside a little bit, I appreciate everybody joining me tonight. So tonight's Balboa Footwork, revisiting the Long Beach break and the Nagles, but we focused a lot on the shuffling and the quality of movement, of gathering, and then the precision. That's a huge takeaway for your Balboa, whether you're a leader or follower. And then we added Maxie's triple step as a new footwork. Can you feel that in the connection? Would it throw off your partner? Okay, so this is a cool story. Let me turn this off here. So my second, actually I would say all my dance partners, Valerie did this a little bit, not so much. Allison did it for sure, because I remember us working on it, and I probably did it too. Anytime she did a triple step, she'd squeeze my hand. So it's like I knew she was doing a triple when that hand got squeezed. Now, there are the teachers out there. Years ago, there was talk of like your footwork shouldn't affect the other person at all. They shouldn't feel anything. I've never been a big fan of that statement or that concept, because if I'm not feeling anything, then I'm not rhythmically in tune with you. Like, and again, that's a statement regardless of the dance, Balboa, Lindy Hop, whatever. I want to feel in a Lindy Hop, if a follower is doing a cool styling, I want to feel it in my hand, because I might be able to do it the next swing out, or jitterbug or something. I want to feel things. I want to feel the footwork, feel the rhythm. Not so much that I want them to like squeeze every time they do it. That's a side note. But the answer is yes. I am gonna, especially if we're chilling and we're going bop bop boop bop ba bop boop bop and bop bop boop. So you guys keep saying that bop bop boop bop 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 boop bop 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 ba da boop bop ba da bop 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 boop bop 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 boop bop 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 ba da boop bop ba da bop. Like, even just if you were saying bop bop boop bop and you heard me go into the other rhythm, you can hear it. You can hear that syncopation. And so, yes, I'm going to feel that. It doesn't mess up my precision, right? So forget about what is happening in the middle. This basic box structure stays the same, regardless if I do a Maxie triple, a Long Beach break, or a Nagles. Yes, you can feel those too. If you're expecting a hold step and you feel a step kick, you're like, ooh, what just happened there? Or you feel, or ba-doot-doot, and you're hold stepping, right? So you're going to feel it, which brings up, I'm glad you brought this up, Jason, because you don't have to do these together. It looks nice if they're together-ish, but again, remember they're opposite counts. That brings up another can of worms, but we're all good. But I am going to feel these, so it's nice to work together. But I'm not going to feel it affect the basic precision. I'll say that again. I do feel the rhythmic change, but it doesn't affect my ability to lead a nice basic shape or for the follower to follow a good basic shape. Yeah, any other questions out there? Good stuff, everybody. All right, so we are going to get everybody up. I want you to do your shim sham at home with me. I promise we'll get back to like some more Zoom room stuff later on. It's just been a little bit hectic with kiddos and craziness and people being available and not available. And I like that production software we used a few times, but there's a huge delay in the sound as well. So we're working on that as well. So once we get all those glitches out, we'll see how we go. All right, so let's get up and let us do the shim sham, ladies and gentlemen. Pop, 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 pop. Get ready. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Woo, you can join me. All right. Thank you for joining in tonight. I hope you enjoyed Balboa Footwork. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. If you are interested in getting together, check out the information at the Jack website or Northwest Swing Dance Company for classes. We're hoping to start up in July. But again, if everybody needs to feel like we need to hunker down longer, we can do that. We can shift. We can figure out more things online. It's not my preference. I hope you're enjoying the material that we're trying to bring you. We're trying the best we can, but I don't prefer this at all. I want to be back there with you. I want to be dancing with you. I want to be maybe even at least just teaching you, maybe not social dancing. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we get back sooner than later. But let's get up and let's enjoy a closing shim sham. Five, six, here we go. I want to learn shim sham. Why you want it? I want to learn shim sham. Why you want it? I want to learn shim sham. Why you want it? So I can shim sham with you. I gotta learn shim sham. Come on over. I gotta learn shim sham. Come on over. I gotta learn shim sham. Come on over. You're going to shim. Oh, ba-doop-bop-bop. First step you get acapella Joel, half break a-dee-dee, da-ka-da-da, a-boop-a-da-dee-dee, ba-ba-da, half break, ba-ba-da, half break, ba-ba-da. From the top, here we go, shim sham, da-da-da, ha, a-dee-dee-da, left foot, ha, a-dee-dee-da, right foot, ha, a-dee-dee-da. Freeze break. Oh man, we lost the sound. And you push it and you push it and you cross over and you push it and you push it and you cross over and you push it and you push it and you cross over and cross over. Tacky Annie, here we go. But please donate. We can get a new sound system. Ha, see how I did that? Ha, get ready to freeze and freeze. Ha, half break, a shot, do-bop-ba-da, boo-bop-ba-da, freeze. Ha, ha, again, half break, bop-ba-da, half break, bop-ba-da, freeze. And now it's boogie time, a boogie back. Ha, 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 a boogie forward. Ha, boom, ba, a boogie back. Ha, 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 a boogie forward. Oh, here we go, a boogie back. Ha, short to George. Ha, ba-doo, ha, do it again, boogie back. Ha, ba, 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 ba-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee. Ha, ah, oh my gosh. Bonus, Joel singing the steps of the shim sham. Please donate. We need a new sound system. So we'll figure all that out. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope everybody's staying safe and enjoying this beautiful weather and these late sunsets. Hopefully we can get back together sooner than later. Practice, practice, practice your footwork. Look for the vote for next week for Thursday evening swing. Check out the classes if you're interested. Night, night. Crazy about you.